This is the moment of the show where we do a setting the bar story.
That is an example of what not to do, or a situation we hope you don't find yourself in.
Look, over the years, we've discovered several types of animals that like to live in the toilet. Toilet animals.
Like to live or get stuck?
Nah, who's to know?
Okay.
John, terrified of what he discovered, so if you can manage to make it through the day without letting a toilet iguana take a bath in your toilet bowl, you're doing okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
His name's John. He's talking about the horrifying situation, how he dealt with it.
He was splashing and hissing at me.
Okay, well, obviously you interrupted him taking a bath.
Yeah, he's probably angry about that.
I was scared. I'm not a reptile fan. That's when it turned around and opened its mouth.
Ooh.
Okay, now listen.
Oh.
The toilet iguana is starting to get aggressive because, for one, John walked in on him while he was using the bathroom.
Already off to a bad start.
And that's all I needed to see to, back off for a minute and figure out what was going on.
Yeah, he was like, what was going on?
What is happening?
Hang on a second.
Think I have a pet iguana.
I didn't know that this guy was paying rent.
I was trying to work up the nerve to grab him.
Yeah, I mean, are you looking for something to grab him with? Like one of those grabber tools or something, maybe? That's what I would do. I'm not going in with my hands.
Through your head when you're like, all right, I'm going to have to grab this. This is going to be up to me.
Because it's a iguana and it's B in the toilet.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not using my hands.
I've got a toilet iguana to deal with.
And throw him out. Before I did that, he crawled out and crawled behind the toilet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, obviously
all right. Well, that's
embarrassed
helpful.
by being caught using the toilet like a bathtub, but quite frankly, there was just enough water in there, and he got what he needed to get done, you know?
He was all shiny and clean?
And that's when I grabbed the strainer and shoot him out.
Yeah, so he took a strainer, which if I'm thinking about it, are you using that strainer again?
I'm never making pasta again with that one. No, I'm going to the store and buying a new one. Yeah, I don't think I can wash it enough to get the toilet iguana out of it.
Is there a little notice on the directions of a strainer that
can also be used to shoo out toilet iguanas?
That indicate only a one-time use if used to shoo toilet iguanas out of the toilet?
I feel like you can say, listen, can strain your pasta and also shoo away iguanas.
But I will say, this guy kind of ingenious because he's thinking, okay, if I'm going to pick... What's going through his head is he goes off to get the strainer, and he's thinking, okay, I'm going to get the strainer because it's got holes in it. So I'm going to pick up this little iguana like a baby in a basket. And the toilet water
safely deposit him out of my house.
And the toilet water is going to safely strain out of the strainer.
And they'll be all over the house.
And then I am just going to walk this iguana like a baby in a bassinet.
Yeah. And
outside
out to the yard.
Yeah, outside to the yard.
And give them a stern talking to that, hey, we don't allow iguanas to take baths in our toilets.
This is what was going through his head. Obviously, and so when he went in and the toilet iguana was now behind the toilet, he was like, well, I'm going to have to shift gears and just shoo him out of the house. So,
yeah, there you go. Which is great news that he didn't have to fish it out of the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be thanking my lucky stars on that. John dealing with his John. So great.
So there you go, setting the bar. If you can manage to make it through the day without letting a toilet iguana take residence in the toilet bowl while taking a bath, you're doing okay.
I think we're probably the only ones that really broke down the full logistics to this entire scenario, in such detail.
It was needed, though.
Okay.
That's setting the bar.
Just in case.
On 99.7 DJX.